Okay, so we're going to continue with subject-verb agreement again this week with two new ideas. The first one is called agreement with linking verbs. What's a linking verb? It's basically a verb that's not an action. So, your was's, your were's, but also words like feel and taste, things that can be passive. Like if I say, I tasted the apple, that's an action verb. But if I say the apple tastes gross, it just means the apple is gross. So that's a linking verb. So why are we talking about linking verbs with subject-verb agreement? Well, it's pretty simple. Sometimes with linking verbs, you can be confused by what's going on in the predicate part, the second part of the sentence, and you want to avoid that. So let's look at these examples. The first act was or were jugglers with flaming batons. Now, if you think jugglers is your subject, then you're likely to choose the verb were. But jugglers is not the subject of this sentence. The subject of this sentence is in the first part, and it's the word act right here. So you're going to want to highlight that. And one act is not a were situation, it's a was. So the act was jugglers. Same thing in the second sentence. It says show tickets was or were the first prize in the essay contest. You might be fooled into thinking that prize is the subject, and so then you would choose was. But it's actually the tickets that are the subject of this sentence. So you're going to highlight those, and tickets is plural, so you're going to choose the verb were. A couple more examples just to kind of hammer this idea home. One problem of the circus clowns was or were unexpected attacks from other clowns. You might again think, were attacks. Not going to be the case. However, I also want to point out it's not going to be clowns. Most people put clowns were unexpected here because they forget of the circus clowns is a prepositional phrase. And if you remember from last week, your subject will never, ever be a prepositional phrase. So your actual subject in the sentence is the word problem. And a singular problem was the unexpected attacks. Same situation in the next one. Traffic jams in the parking lot were one difficulty for circus attendees. I didn't give you a verb choice here, my mistake. It's obviously just going to be were. But what were one difficulty? Traffic jams. It's just this idea right here, this concept that were one difficulty. All right, so that's agreement with linking verbs. And then again, when you go to this Schoology page, you'll see subject verb agreement 3 linking verbs. Let's just take a quick look so you understand what it is you're doing. And I will preview this for you. Yes, we will start a new attempt. And just like last time, you can't just choose the verb. So it says crashing cymbals becomes or become the climax of the musical composition. I know cymbals is my subject. I'm going to highlight that, and then I'm going to highlight the verb that goes with it. All right, cymbals become. So that's how you do that exercise. Our second concept for linking verbs this week is agreement in inverted sentences. And inverted means backwards or upside down. So we have the sentence, in the cave, sleep or sleeps the bear. Now, if you think cave sleeps, I want to ask you to think about some little common sense. Do caves sleep? No, they don't. What in this sentence is sleeping? Clearly, the bear. The bear sleeps in the cave. I know most of you don't talk like this. Most of you are not Yoda from Star Wars. Your sentences are normal. Just be aware that these sentences do exist, and when the subject is after it, it still affects the verb the same way. If the sentence is a question, sometimes the subject can be coming in the middle of the verb. So we have, does that dolphin recognize hand signals? The actual verb in this sentence is does and recognize. Does recognize together is your verb in this sentence. What's my subject? Well, what's recognizing the hand signals rather? It's the dolphin. Dolphin does recognize. With questions, the easiest way to find the subject is simply this. Answer the question with the words you're given. Does the dolphin recognize hand signals? The dolphin does recognize hand symbols. And then the final rule with these inverted sentences is the words here and there will never ever be your subjects. Okay, so we've got there goes the trainer. It's not too difficult to spot the verb. There aren't very many words in the sentence. But what goes? It's the trainer that's going, not the word there. So trainer goes. And down here, here is my father. Again, the verb's not too tough to find. It's probably the most common verb in the English language. It's is, but it's not here is, it's father is. So those are the three rules for inverted sentences. And I'll take you back to the Moodle page, Schoology page one more time. It says subject verb agreement 4, inverted sentences. And again, we'll do a little preview for it and do number 1 together, but it's the same concept. You're going to highlight the subject and you're going to highlight the verb that goes with it. So the first one says, do or does the players warm up before the national anthem is sung? Want to know what that subject is? It's going to be the players. The players do warm up before a national anthem is sung. All right, so you've got those two subject-verb agreement things to do. Remember, if you get more than half, I will change it to full credit. If you get less than half, you need to take it again, and possibly again, up to 20 times. All right, good luck.